ain't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy.
Let's get to our other thing, Carter. We gotta talk about this, this DC business. Warner Brothers Discovery is acting a whole monkey out here in these streets, y'all. They are acting a whole Carter. So
I
we got
feel like I gotta take another drink for this one.
Bruh, they are out here, man. They are out here canceling left and right. So let's go ahead and just put it out here. So the Batgirl movie starring Leslie Grace has been canceled. That's casualty number one. And what's kind of hilarious, and I won't say hilarious, it's actually quite sad. This movie was done. This movie was largely done.
That's the wild part. That's really the wild part.
And this movie cost them $90 million. I actually saw people talking shit on Twitter saying, "Oh, this movie, cheap ass movie, cheap ass." I was like, dude, $90 million. $90 million is cheap. Okay, all right. I guess so. But here's the thing, and I kind of want y'all to keep that same energy though. Because everyone's precious Deadpool. You know how much money that cost, Carter? You know how much money Deadpool cost to make?
No, how much was that?
$58 million. $58 million.
Okay, so I'll say this. Just because I do remember several interviews with Kevin Smith. A lot of those, even though we'll look at it as something like just beyond our reach, you know, just listening to Kevin Smith have interviews and things like that when he talks about how much he's given for movies, and he's talking about millions as well, whether it be 20, like 15, 20, $20 million. Those are in actuality on the cheap side, which is
well, yeah, no, they're cheaper compared to like your typical Marvel movie, but like that's still not that's still not cheap. Like it is cheap by comparison, but like a lot of movies don't get huge budgets. It's not common for a movie. Like honestly, superhero movies and big blockbuster movies are the exception, not the rule. It's not uncommon for a superhero movie to have $100, $200, $300 million budget. It's not wise to do that because it makes it harder for you to recoup that money. But $90 million is not bad. And people were literally acting like, they're acting like they literally made it on a ham sandwich budget. But the thing is, this movie was done. It was ready. Apparently, they cited poor test screenings as the reason for why the movie was canceled, even though it was pretty much done. I think the only thing that wasn't done, I think there were still some visual effects they had to edit, that they had to tighten up. But the movie was finished. They were done filming. Everything in it was completed. But it just fell by the wayside. And I find it interesting that one of the things I feel like no one's talking about is why they did it. They said they did it because they don't want to do big budget movies that only go to streaming. That was one of the reasons that was cited.
Okay.
It's fucking stupid. It is. It is.
There we go.
Yeah.
You can't say that when Matrix Resurrections was a thing.
Well, and the thing is, it was terrible.
Squad was a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the
Chelsea's fans on me.
Yeah, look. I mean, no, I'll say it, that movie was awful. I don't give a fuck.
But no. I just mean, not from a quality standpoint, but like a cinematic movie standpoint. The Matrix went to streaming first before theaters. The Suicide Squad. Didn't I think Snyder's Justice League went to HBO Max first? So it's like, this couldn't have went.
Yeah,
this would have been expected.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but the thing is, it's they said studio insiders insist the decision was not driven by the quality of the film or the commitment of the filmmakers, but by the desire for the studio's slate of DC features to be at a blockbuster scale. So basically, the whole idea that the test screenings were bad, that's not really the full story. I don't think that was really the case. Honestly, I think one day, how many of y'all remember the Roger Corman, I'm gonna show some age here, the Roger Corman Fantastic Four. Carter, you remember that? Do you remember the Roger Corman Fantastic Four? The Fantastic Four that was... It was a fantastic, for those that don't remember, it was a Fantastic Four movie that was never released. This is it right here. This is the Roger Corman Fantastic Four. That's your, from left to right, obviously, The Thing, Invisible Woman, Reed Richards, Johnny Storm.
Yeah, I've seen, like, certain clips of it on, like, Sci-Fi when they're talking about the old Marvel movies, like that old Captain America with the flimsy shield and shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, and here's the thing. You want to hear something funny about it, Carter? That movie is available for public consumption. You can go watch it. Yeah, you can go watch it. It's out there. It's out there for the world. Here's the funny thing, though. Check this out. This your Human Torch. This your Human Torch right here.
It ain't mine.
Well, no, I just thought it was funny, though, because here's the funny thing is the spirit of the Fantastic Four is very evident and available in that movie. However, it's everything else that wasn't. Like, I mean, yeah, and for the time, like, yeah, here, you're Doctor Doom. You're Doctor Doom in that movie. Say what you will about the movie, it's terrible. It's borderline unwatchable. But you can tell Roger Corman actually gave a shit and was trying. It just, the movie had a terrible budget. To the point that Johnny Storm had to be an animated thing, not a CGI thing. Like, when I showed y'all that image of Johnny Storm in that movie, that's animation. This is actual hand-drawn animation. It's not CG. But that said, though, and once again, I want to get back to the thing that no one's talking about, is that this movie was a tax write-off. This movie was a tax write-off, 100%. They shot this movie, filmed it, completed it, shelved it for a tax write-off. And that's crazy to me. That is crazy.
No matter what they say.
Yeah.
No matter however many reasons they give, this will always be looked at as a racially charged thing.
Yes. Well, because you have a whole brown girl. You have a whole... Leslie Grace, if I'm not mistaken, is Latina. I don't think she doesn't use her last name very often. But Leslie Grace Martinez.
Yeah, it's just my point being that no matter how many reasons Discovery gives, because apparently since Discovery is going over with HBO and stuff like that, they've been chopping shit left and right. But
Dominican,
the fact that you all okay, it's not bad. But the fact that they were so quick to cut off 90 million. And we've heard now they're saying poor screen tests. And the one thing I saw on Twitter, I think it was a story from like the New York Times, something like that. But apparently, it scored in the same spot that Shazam scored in.
Really?
Is one thing I read, but I'm like, but y'all still push Shazam out, but whatever. But this is going to be looked at as a racial thing, even if it's not, and I'm not saying that it's not, I'm just saying that is how it's going to be perceived, period. The fact that Ezra Miller is out here showing his ass.
Oh, most certainly.
And we've heard nothing about Flash.
Oh, actually, no, they confirmed it. They confirmed it. They said Flash is still going to be released.
Yeah, and that's my whole thing. Now, even though Flash probably was a hell of a lot more money than Batgirl, don't matter. It does.
We still got to see this motherfucker. People. We still got to see this motherfucker. Who, Carter, did you see the stories came out recently? This man got a whole cult.
Who was it?
Ezra got a whole cult around him. And apparently people who worked with him on the set of another movie recently came out and said that his behavior actually terrified, or their behavior rather terrified other people on the set. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember which movie it was, but yeah, it was something recent.
With you telling me that,
The Stand.
It reminds.
That's what it was.
Oh God.
They said his behavior on The Stand actually frightened people. Like, and not in like the, you know, people talked about how, oh, Christian Bale's performance in Thor: Love and Thunder, it had everybody, you know, with chills. They were terrified, but like because of how good his performance was to them. But like, no, they were talking about like, no, legitimately, we wanted to call the police.
Yeah, I want to see what's gonna happen with Blue Beetle now. That's one thing I do want to see.
Blue Beetle might be in trouble. Blue Beetle might be in trouble. Because, well, here's the thing. I want to be clear here on something. It's not just Batgirl that got canceled. They also canceled The Flash. Flash is done after this coming up season.
Should have been done.
It should have, and to be fair, no, you're not wrong. It should have been done. It should have been done. The Flash probably should have ended like, what, 4 or 5 seasons ago? But no, what they're doing right now is terrifying to me because so many, now granted, it's not just DC stuff that's getting canceled, but it's the stuff that's catching the most attention right now. Because I think one of the other things that got canceled was it was 2 Scooby-Doo related things. One of which being Scoob 2. Scoob 2 that got canceled, which actually, not gonna lie, kind of saddened me because I actually really liked the first one. The first one's actually really charming. I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen the movie Scoob. It is actually legitimately a good movie.
I think the one thing that people aren't even thinking about here is the time wasted, because you have to sit here and you have to think about how long it takes for people to, since you just brought up the Flash TV show, how long it takes to finish a season, not an episode, how long it takes to finish a season, how much time they have to put for it away from everybody, how much time they have to spend on these movies, especially a movie in the case of Batgirl, which apparently was fucking finished.
Yeah, no, it was finished.
You know, so now you're talking about Scoob, and you have all these people that are taking time out of their day to go do all this voice acting for these lines and say it like this and say it like that. This is a lot of time that was wasted for a product that is never going to see the light of day. So yes, they may have gotten paid for it, but you still just took time away for nothing. People, and I'm saying this because they're all celebrities, but I guarantee you those celebrities could have made money in other means. So to spend all this time to do this and just to be told, oh, we're not doing it.
Well, and it's even said here. Yeah. Well, it's even said here the both Scoob and Batgirl, that was a collective $130 million that they basically can write off on taxes. Now, to be fair, now what Warner Discovery is, and I think here it says that Warner Brothers saved $20 million by shelving Batgirl of a $90 million movie. It seems kind of stupid to me. It seems incredibly stupid, but basically what
almost sounds like penny pinching.
Yeah, it's penny pinching. That's what it is. It is penny pinching. And the thing is, now what they're saying is, was it the CEO of Warner Discovery, David Zaslav, basically he came out and said that they're not canceling the DC universe. They are doubling down on it, apparently, somehow, even though they're canceling DC projects. But I think you're going to start seeing DC shows as they have, because Legend of Tomorrow is now gone. Flash is going to be gone soon now. That doesn't really leave a whole lot of CW Arrowverse shit left. I don't think, actually, what other CW Arrowverse shows are there except for Stargirl?
It don't even matter. As long as they don't touch my goddamn Doom Patrol. Don't touch my fucking Doom Patrol.
I honestly, I'd be concerned for Doom Patrol. But basically what they're saying now is, they're saying that basically they are focused on 4 superheroes right now. They're their main focus. 3, if you really want to be honest, is Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. That's it. They do say Aquaman, but only because it made $1 billion. That's the only reason why.
Only because that movie's still coming out.
Yeah.
Why they said Aquaman.
Yeah.
And I think I saw something else that said they're going to try to... So this was funny. One thing that I read was that they're going to kind of plan stuff out for
the 10-year deal.
Plan stuff out for 10 years, like Marvel did. It's like, haven't y'all learned not to copy Marvel? Y'all tried this before, fools, and look how it turned out.
Failed. They failed.
Goku Sure's baby father just brought up a nasty ass show that we forgot about, Gotham Knights. But that's not an Arrowverse, though.
No.
Oh shit! Superman and Lois. Oh shit.
Yes, Superman. Yeah, so we still have Superman and Lois, Stargirl. Oh, because Naomi's also canceled. Naomi also got canceled. Let's see here.
Ernie.
What?
Are we gonna be shocked at that one?
No, not at all. Not at all.
As soon as you said it, I thought about the goddamn fake ass leaves. Don't do that.
Look, I almost pulled the video up too. Because I sure got it. I sure got that motherfucker. But no, I mean, to the surprise of no one. But yeah, no, they said they want to do it the whole 10-year plan thing. Just like, dude, come on. Here's the thing, and I agree with Brian C. Brown here with the $5 super chat. Says, hey, Blerd and Carter, believe regardless of how good future movies are, the DCEU will forever be tarnished. And that's kind of, honestly, it's not an untrue statement. The DCEU is forever tarnished. People associate the DCEU with, I'd say, 3 things. Bad movies, toxic fan base for the Zack Snyder side of things, and the debate over which Justice League movie deserved to be made. Like, that's what the DCU is. 4 things. And being incredibly dark, both from a literal and metaphorical standpoint. That's what the DCEU is known for. To the point they made a joke about it in Deadpool 2. It's like, and I've even seen the memes where people are like, oh man, this movie is dark. No, what do you mean, the subject matter? No, this movie is literally dark. I can't see anything. But did they cancel the Velma show? I don't know if they canceled the Velma show, but don't hold out hope. And yeah, I do believe Gotham Knights. I don't think Gotham Knights has been canceled. Yeah, I think that's still going, which it should be canceled. But yeah, I think that's crazy. It's insane to me that this is the thing. And yet here we are. We're still getting Ezra Miller's, Flash. We're still getting his Flash movie, which I don't think should even be a thing anymore. I don't even think that should be a thing. I don't think we should be getting Ezra Choke-a-Bitch Miller in Flash movies. And here's the thing I think is incredibly sad, Carter. Leslie Grace was loving being Batgirl.
Of course she was.
Yeah, like she actually was getting to live the dream, to be a superhero. Like wherever I would see her post, you would see her post pictures like this where she's posing with people, dressed up, like she posed with his kid, dressed up as Batman. She was having a good time, and you can see
that's what I mean with a lot of people with now that was just basically wasted.
Yeah, it's wasted.
Because it's almost, well, I don't want to say almost, but it's like you finally set out to do something that you've always wanted to do, but no one knows you did it. No one gets to see what you accomplished. No one gets to see what you achieved.
Also,
you did it, but nobody else.
Bruh.
You want that to be something that everybody can see and enjoy, and now nobody can.
Well, here's
Instagram leaks.
And here's the thing, Michael Keaton, he mad. he brought up the bat suit. Yeah, he got in the bat suit. Hell, one of the directors shared this with Michael Keaton on set in the suit.
Nuts. I did not know he was even gonna be in that damn movie, especially when they said J.K. Simmons was back as Gordon. I stopped.
Oh no, and here's the other thing. You want to see something else that's kind of messed up? Brendan Fraser. I know he mad because he put all this on. He put on all this shit to be Firefly. Look, he hot the motherfucker.
I say again, they better not touch my Doom Patrol. Take your ass to Netflix. Get rid of Umbrella Academy. Get rid of that whackness. Don't touch my Doom Patrol.
Yeah, and I was like,
matter of fact, y'all can have. And I know Ernie gonna get mad when I say this.
What?
I'll give y'all can have Titans. Don't touch my Doom Patrol.
I mean, if they canceled Titans, I wouldn't be upset about it. But if they canceled Doom Patrol or I mean, honestly, and at this point, y'all can take Young Justice too. But y'all just go throw the whole baby out.
Dog, if they cancel Doom Patrol, you all can tag whoever y'all want to call and tag my name in the tweets as well. But Carter getting rid of that HBO Max subscription so fast and telling everybody, I swear to God, I'll tell man, cancel them HBO Maxes. Everybody go to soaptoday.to. You hear me? I'm telling y'all every motherfucking bootleg site if they get rid of my fucking Doom Patrol. Fuck that noise.
Well, I mean, and like I said, once again, it's upsetting to me because we literally have what could potentially be a really awesome Blue Beetle movie, and it is in danger. It is in danger right now of potentially being canceled. Like, it is potentially in danger, and there's nothing that can be done about it. But at the end of the day, I think what Warner Brothers Discovery needs to do is they need to calm down. Stop being reactionary. Stop trying to do all this penny pinching. You literally spent I want to see something real quick. Hold up. Wait. Hold on. Un momento, por favor. I want to see how much money it was. Okay. I want to see this here. Okay, so here it is. So basically, Warner Brothers Discovery was formed in April when AT&T's Warner Media unit and Discovery completed their merger and started with some $55 billion in debt. This is why they're doing all this, which is sad because you're canceling stuff that's not going to get you back that money. It's not going to get you back that money. I'm sorry. It's not.
You know what I just thought about? I think Blue Beetle might be safe, actually.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's getting a theatrical release. So
I think Batgirl could have gotten one as well, especially if you spend $90 million. You don't want to just do something like that from streaming services because you are not as tested as Netflix is. Netflix can release some Stranger Things and have it be millions of dollars that they spent towards it. Mm-hmm. HBO Max ain't there yet. But I think the reason that Blue Beetle might be okay is just because of the Batgirl, the color side of things, because people are already going to look at you a certain type of way because you got rid of Batgirl. You get rid of Blue Beetle as well. That's two people of color that just got the boot when Ezra Miller is doing what he's doing, and that movie is still finna get pushed to the sky. I think avoid that, I think Blue Beetle might be safe, honestly, just because you're the right color right now that we need, honestly, which is a fucked up thing to think about.
Oh, yeah.
I think that might be why Blue Beetle is okay.
But here's the thing, though. That movie has a budget of $120 million. So if they axe that, you know they ain't playing. And not to mention, Blue Beetle is an opportunity because here's the thing. DC has an opportunity right now to have the first Latin-led superhero movie. Even before Marvel. Dude, do you know how many brown folks gonna be running out to see it?
If Latin America is gonna watch that, I want Latin America to be able to talk about that movie. If any Latin American person tries to come to me not talking about Blue Beetle, But talking about goddamn Bad Bunny, we are fighting right then.
Oh yeah, no. And here's the, and that's kind of the reason why I'm upset about Batgirl, because once again, you had a whole ass Dominican actress that you could have brought in some diversity and inclusion into the DCEU and into superhero movies in general, because that's actually, here's the thing, you don't see Mexican, Dominican, Puerto Rican superheroes on the big screen right now. I mean, they're coming, but it's taken a while. And not getting their own movies either.
They are, if you do, they are heavily on the nose.
Yeah, very, yeah. Well, it's kind of like Michael Pena in Ant-Man. It's like he's almost to the point of being annoying. And it's like, he's just a stereotype. He's literally a stereotype. And while he's a funny stereotype, it's still a stereotype. But it is what it is at this point. But I feel like... I don't know, man. I feel like, Bad Bunny is the first brown superhero that we get, and not Blue Beetle. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be kind of upset. I'll be very upset. Is that meanwhile people pissed right out James Franco just got cast as Fidel Castro. The mess up part is
shocked he's still getting work.
I am too. Here's the funny part though, and I was actually talking to somebody else about this. James Franco apparently does have some Cuban ancestry, but still, y'all went got a whole Franco's Cuban ancestry is far back enough. He's still a white dude to me. He's still a white dude to me. Y'all could have gotten literally anybody. His mess apart is the rest of the cast, as far as I know, is actually of the diaspora. Except for him. Oh, Lord, it is so sad. But yeah, at least we got Namor, right? Hey, look, Marvel said, look, man, we're gonna get, we know they're gonna cancel Blue Beetle, man. Here's Namor. I don't know if you knew this or not. The directors, did you know who the directors of Batgirl were? Did you know who they were?
No, I did not.
Okay, so just for Claro, these same dudes that did Miss Marvel.
Wow.
That's why Kevin Feige hit them up. These are the same dudes that did Miss Marvel. I don't think they did every episode of Miss Marvel, but they were responsible for I think at least a fair chunk of it. Yeah, they did 2 episodes, Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah. Because another thing, they did Bad Boys for Life. They did the movie Bad Boy. They were the directors of Bad Boys for Life. And they also did this man. Anyway, but still, the whole point of the matter is, these guys, they handle their business. I haven't kept up with Snowfall. Apparently, they did some episodes of Snowfall, and then
Snowfall is kind of going. Put like this. There's an episode There's an episode of the current season where it has its moments, but then there's also those episodes where it's a whole ass tiger right around South Central. It ain't even got to say shit else.
Yeah, you ain't got to say nothing else. But yeah, those guys, like, I don't know. I feel like it was a waste. I feel like it was an absolute, this was an absolute waste of everyone's time. And yeah, I don't know. I don't care for it. I don't like it. I don't like the way this is going, because I feel like eventually they're just going to start, because I saw someone like they were trying to prop Ray Fisher up. Ray Smollett trying to prop him up, talking about if they would just listen to Ray Fisher, then none of this would be happening. It's like, it still would have been happening, because Walter Hamada wasn't the problem. Walter Hamada wasn't the problem. People forget back when Justice League first came out, the Joss Whedon version, that they were announcing projects left and right and canceling them. Y'all remember that Nightwing movie that just kind of disappeared? Y'all remember that Green Lantern buddy cop movie that disappeared? Oh, by the way, the Green Lantern TV show, the one that's supposed to be coming to HBO Max, also canceled. Gone. So no Alan Scott for y'all. Y'all ain't getting no Alan Scott. Y'all ain't getting no Kyle Rayner, no Guy Gardner, no nothing. Nothing.
I'll say this about Marvel. When they release one of these, like, this is going to be the phases, if anything, the products aren't getting axed. They might get a date change.
Yeah.
But they still coming out.
Okay.
DC released one, and we saw all of, 2 movies?
Yeah. Yep. Well, no, so here's the other thing. Here's the other thing I want to touch on real quick. The only movie Marvel has ever actually canceled was Inhumans. Inhumans is the only movie Marvel ever canceled. That's it. And this was back when they made the announcements about Black Panther, Captain Marvel. Inhumans was announced back then as a movie, and then they canceled it, and it quietly became a TV show that nobody watched, or the ones that did watch it didn't like. So there you go. Meanwhile, a Cyborg movie got announced after Justice League, got canceled, even before all the Ray Fisher drama. And then the Flash movie went from being canceled to being back on track, to being canceled, to being back on track, and then constantly gaining and losing directors, gaining and losing actors. The Green Lantern movie just was all over the damn place. On, off, on, off, on, off. Wonder Woman sequels were on, off, until they finally made Wonder Woman 84, which was terrible. And then, what was it? Shazam had to fight to get a damn sequel. The Aquaman movie almost didn't happen. Like, it almost got canceled. And the only reason I think it even went through is because Justice League made as much money as it did. Warner Brothers and DC, it is the epitome of rudderless. It is rudderless, has no direction, no drive, no direction. They're just doing things.
That Batgirl just randomly dropped somewhere.
I mean, and dude, no, someone actually did say that. I do remember someone actually saying that at one point, that eventually, and I think even one of the directors even said that eventually at some point, maybe that movie will just drop. It'll do like the Roger Corman Fantastic Four, like it just dropped on Daily Motion one day.
I at least hope that the people involved at least get to have it themselves, because I never actually thought about this, but the creator of the Apple series Dickinson with Haley Steinfeld,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
She was actually online talking about how, how everything is digital, so she actually had to beg someone at Apple and stuff like that behind the scenes to give her a physical copy of everything that she did. I never actually thought about that.
Yeah.
Because of how digital everything is. People can't even have a physical anything of something they've not wasted time on, but put so much time into.
Oh yeah, no, most certainly.
You never really think about that. So I'm hoping at least the people behind and the people in front of the camera and behind the camera of Batgirl at least get to have something to show that this was a thing that we did.
Right. And let's see, speaking of Super Chats, let's get to these real quick. We got one from CT Cook with the $2 Super Chat, says they just need to hand the reins to James Gunn. Man, look, James Gunn busy. For one, James Gunn's busy. Also, I don't know if I'd want him over the entire DC movie. I mean, he could probably do it, but I mean, I feel like, here's the thing. You know why Kevin Feige is able to do it? Because he doesn't do anything else. That's his job, is overseeing Marvel Studios. He doesn't direct movies. He produces them, and he does show up to the set and work with the actors and talk to people and make sure everything's going the way it's supposed to, as producers are wont to do. But he doesn't direct movies. James Gunn is a director. Now, granted, he could do it. I think he could do it. I don't know if he should do it, though. It's kind of like, you go back to the old Dr. Ian Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park. You spent so much time trying to figure out whether or not you could, you never stop to ask whether or not you should. Just because you can don't mean you should. I would honestly rather, if it were up to me, I would rather them just find someone who actually gives a shit about DC Comics. Someone, maybe, or you know what? Find someone who's currently writing DC Comics to kind of help them come up with a plan.
Hashtag Jeff Johns.
I mean, honestly, that was what Jeff Johns was supposed to be. I remember they used to tout him as being the Kevin Feige of the DCEU. Where'd that go? We don't even hear his name as much anymore because the man's been, he's been outed as being a racist and a sexist. And that pretty much kind of killed his career, more or less.
That's news to me.
What?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that about Jeff Johns.
No. Remember Ray Fisher? He was one of the main names that. Yeah. There were three. Okay, so there were three names. It was, Joss Whedon, Jeff Johns, Walter Hamada. Because he blamed Joss Whedon for the toxic behavior, said Jeff Johns was dismissive to him, and he labeled it as racism. I don't know if it was actually racism, but the way Ray Fisher labeled everything was pretty much racism. And then Walter Hamada for basically sanctioning it, like not doing anything about it, sweeping it under the rug. But yeah, ever since Ray Fisher started clowning Jeff Johns and Joss Whedon, Jeff Johns' name just kind of faded off into the distance. After Doomsday Clock...
I'm gonna say he's chilling right in Flashpoint Batman, right?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like, he's not doing anything for the movies right now. Like, he's not touching the movies. Not really. We got over here LJ Brown with the 5 pounds says, I heard Zaslav's gonna cancel Ernie's tall women and glasses fetish and Carter's drink and empty plate. Lord, he gonna cancel everything. He canceled it all.
That empty plate comment is almost got you banned because I am fasting at the moment because I got a wedding to go to next month.
Oh shit!
So I'm trying to make sure that suit is just goes this. I don't want it to do like I don't want this shit to come straight down.
Looking like Alfred Hitchcock. But no, we got the $5 super chat from the Lead X1. Apparently they're working. Okay, so they are working. Okay, I was concerned. Says this is that 2011 Wonder Woman mess all over again. Had a pilot, never aired, and got canceled instantly. Ended up leaking to streaming sites. Yep, same.
Did not know that was a thing.
Oh, you did? Okay, so you know Adrian Padalecki?
Possibly.
Adrian
Look this up now. I did not know this was
I said
a thing.
Padalecki. Padalecki is the dude from Supernatural. Adrian Palecki. Wonder Woman. They actually shot this. They actually shot it. There was an actual costume, everything. And they canceled it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. What?
Yep. And it got canceled. Yep, this is it, y'all. Right here. Boom. They shot this. It's out there in the wild. You can watch it. And the thing is, I heard it actually. I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch the actual, like, the leak. But, I've heard mixed reviews about it, but honestly, I feel like they could have just gone ahead and put that out there. At least let people have a chance to decide whether or not they liked it or not. I mean, yeah, the costume, I thought the costume was kind of whack. At least, like right here, how it's really shiny, looks almost like pleather. I wish they wouldn't have gone with that. But everything else, I was like, she actually looked like a believable Wonder Woman. She, and Adrian Palecki is actually a good actress. I think she could have made it work, to some degree or another. Yeah, that was a thing. That was a thing. And yeah, that's the thing. Ray Fisher, the only thing Ray Fisher's been in like a couple of things, but like it's mostly Zack Snyder stuff. It's mostly Zack Snyder stuff now. Because what's that movie he's got coming out? The one we talked about a couple of weeks ago. Rebel Moon. The one that's supposed to be like Zack Snyder's pitch that he had for a Star Wars movie that Disney said no.
I thought that was Rob Zombie's wife.
No, that's Sherry Moon Zombie. But no, Rebel Moon. That's remember Carter. Remember we made the jokes about it, about the guy who was going to be named Blood Axe. And that's Ray Fisher's name in the movie. His name, y'all. Ray Fisher's going to be playing a Rob Liefeld character. He's going to be playing a character named Blood Axe. Okay, all right. Y'all have fun with that. But yeah, the costume was based on when she used to wear pants. When Wonder Woman didn't have like the thongs on.
A little bit. Yeah, and people were salty at that. So
yeah,
some of y'all some damn geeks, boy.
Yeah, like I said, man, I'm 5G, not interested.